folks, Fat Guy Flies RC. Well, we're on a try. It is a lot windier than it was the other day. We're going to try to bring the 1400 millimeter PITTS up, 6S bird, and see if we can't fly her. I haven't flown this thing in forever, and got her out, and I'm going to get her up in the air, but boy, is it windy, and of course it's across the runway, and the way you bring this bird in is you bring her in at a 3-point landing, almost even, so this is going to be interesting. Oh, and she's a big bird. Wind is coming out that way. But we're going to see what we can do. See what we can do. Right, left, up, down, right, left, right, left. Rates are 100% throws, over 30% expo, all the way around. Just realized I didn't dust the plane off. I can see the dust on top of the wings. All right, going to really be on that rudder with this wind. Okay, here we go. AR620 antenna's receiver, and it's got the Vector 2 system. Look, they're turning to the wind. That wind's turning that tail. Just a great flying aerobatic plane. Which landing it's going to be fun. Very stable plane. Wind is not really having its way with it that bad, but we'll be able to tell when we go to land it. Fun plane to fly. I mean, it's just kind of a point and shoot plane. You tell it to do something, it does it. Little snap rolls there.
Time remaining 4 minutes.
Handle the wind just fine. Do need a little bit of up elevator. Run a 5000 6S graphene. All right, I'm going to have to land her like that in the grass because trying to keep her straight on the runway, I'm going to flip her over. And I fly majority of my planes. I have to fly them. Well, I fly them all through my wallet like they're like I paid for them completely. But the majority of my planes I did.
Remaining 3 minutes.
Trying to get it turned. Oh, see the wind? But the majority of my 70% to 80% of my planes, I paid 100% of them just like you do, same price you pay. Say 80%, I pay 100%, 10% I get, or 75% really are ones I have to pay full price for. Another 10% I get a discount on. So the remaining 15% are the ones that I get for free. And that's mostly, basically all the Aeros planes I've been sponsored with. Grass is a little bit thick, but yeah, trying to turn, This is the DJI microphone. It's got a great wind muff on there. So if you're hearing any wind noise at all, it is really, really strong.
Motor on.
Anyways, but yeah, I got definite. And these are foam planes, so they're very light. All right. But anyways, the point I was making is that I got to be careful with these planes. I mean, I can't just, I just can't throw them away. I have to be careful with them. In order for me to present them, and show them what they can do, I got to keep them in good shape. And so wind definitely makes your error, the possibility of error, much greater. So therefore, when it's a windy day, I really have to be on my game. And your biggest error is when you're going to land. That's when you're going to have the most problems. I do love these graphene batteries though, and I didn't put the checker in my pocket. I just realized that. Little snap rolls there, which all that is just a little bit of up elevator, about 3/4 throttle, and then full aileron, one way or the other.
Time remaining 2 minutes.
Just whatever way is tickling my fancy at that time. Little stall turn there. All right, let's go ahead and land it. But the PITTS, just one of those point and shoot kind of planes. I say I'm going to land it. A knife edge here. I'm doing everything up really high because this wind, I've got time to. At altitude's your friend. Altitude is what keeps you safe. Altitude and power. All right. That was an accident, and I didn't want to commit to it, so I went ahead and they're a perfect example.
1 minute.
Perfect example of power being your friend. Would have had a very bad bounce. This plane here, you want to land level as best you can. Otherwise, you get a really bad bounce. And in that grass, I'm full up elevator. Keeping full up elevator, keep pressure on that tail to keep that plane planted. All right.
Motor off.
Now we had 30 seconds left on a 5-minute timer. Okay, we're not actually going to end this video. What we're going to do, we're going to check this battery, we're going to change batteries, and we're going to come back, since that was more of a, fly around, flip around the sky, a little bit of an aerobatic flight. We're going to change batteries and we're going to come back and do a speed test and just see how fast I can get this plane going. We'll do a speed test in a hard dive to see just how physically fast I can make the plane go. And then we'll do a straight and level speed test to see what the actual performance of the plane is. Then they should be, obviously the performance should be less than the dive. Do what? Oh, my battery checker. Okay, well just hold on, look at the plane for just a moment. I forgot my battery checker. Precious can zoom in on the plane and see how pretty it is. It's a pretty plane, like my Precious is pretty. Can't believe I can believe it. I forget my checker so easy. All right. I used to keep it on the back of the transmitter with Velcro, but that kept getting in the way too. So now, one thing with the PITTS, they have the battery tray, that sliding tray. Well, there's 4 little plastic nipples that hold that whole sliding tray in. We got that great big honking 6S up there, and just them 4 little plastic peg, little nipples that hold that tray in. Well, over time, sliding that battery in and out, those pegs wear down. The next thing you know, you're sliding your battery in there, you take off and fly, and that great big brick of a battery goes from the front of the plane to the back of the plane. And now you have a very dramatic change in your CG. And what happens then? You have a very bad day and a big pile of foam on the ground. So you can either get you, if you'll put a 2-inch block of material, and I've just hot glued an old motor mount to the underside of my battery canopy. It sits down, and then that motor mount, that's that two inches worth of material there. It could be a foam block, whatever you want to use, is buttoned up against that battery. It almost touches it, so it's only going to slide back maybe 1/4 of an inch, and that's not enough to change your CG should those nipples give out and that thing slide backwards. It's going to hit that and keep the battery in place, and you can still save your plane. So this is something FMS, they need to address this. Those battery trays are a great solution, great way of getting a plane in and out, but they need to have a better locking mechanism that won't wear out over time. So, and you hear this little click when it goes in. Well, you start, over time you get where you don't hear that click anymore. All right. 77%. Well, goodness, you know what we can do? We're going to just continue on. We'll do some more flying. Yeah, hear that old click there? Over time, that click gets more and more less distinct. Okay. Our next flight, though, we will do the performance. We're going to go ahead and do a little more flying, try to get that battery down below 50%. Right, left, up, down, right, left. Though I keep forgetting them graphene, 5,000 graphene batteries, Turnigy, man, they are so efficient. All right, we're going to reset the timer for 5 more minutes. And I guarantee you we'll be fine. All right, let's fly it some more. And I'll tell you that, you think that is not a little plane. That is actually a very big plane. It really is. It is a big plane. All right, let me get over here. Nice scale takeoff there. It has more than enough power to hang on its own. Very high altitude stall turn there. Oh man, is it windy. Oh boy, is it windy.
Time remaining 4 minutes.
See if I can actually, and it don't, I might as well take off from down there because it's across the runway, so it doesn't really matter. There, grass takeoff there. Don't know what that was. Kind of a sloppy 4-point turn. Well, that wind pushed it back. Wow.
Time remaining 3 minutes.
Maybe I can actually do a touch and go with this wind. There we go. An intentional touch and go. Knife edge, little one, short one. Beautiful plane. There we go. The Pitts there landed her on the runway. You got to hold her off touching down until almost to the point of stall. Do that again.
Time remaining 2
Whoa.
minutes.
Okay. She got the power. There again. That could have been very bad. I held off too long, got into a stall situation, and then I panicked. But recovered her with enough power. That's where the power of the plane, that's where power and speed is your friend. There. There we go. That was kind of dumb of me. Oh man, is it windy? Going to grass landing again.
Time remaining 1 minute.
All right. Please don't turn over. All right, I'm going to do something different here now. Normally you want to keep your tail planted, but the wind's at the butt pushing against the plane. Well, that's not going to work either. I was going to put the tail down, use it as an air dam to push the tail down, but I'll just have to take it easy because the wind is at the butt of the plane right now, pushing the plane. So trying to maintain control. There we go. Pitts is like, you did a workout on me.
Motor off.
First time flying in a year and you're driving me nuts. 28 seconds left. Okay, so we flew then for a full 9 minutes. Full 9 minutes on the graphene battery. 9 full minutes of flying. Okay. And I was full speed, a lot of power stuff. Okay, that's unbelievable. 51%, but I want to show it to you. I gotta back up what I'm saying. Okay? 9 minutes, a lot of power stuff, maneuvers, a lot of hard flying, takeoffs, landings. Okay? And there's still 51% left. That is, let me show you the battery. Now that's where I got on the battery tray, perfectly even with the back of the tray. Okay, right there, just make it perfectly even, the little loops in the front, Velcro it on. But that is, and then use the straps, of course, 51% left. That is a graphene, it's a Turnigy graphene 5000 milliamp 6S, and I think it has a 45C. Yeah. This way? Yeah. 45C discharge, so you can use it in jets, use it in this kind of stuff, anywhere where you can get a good fit. So there you go. All right, we're going to fly another graphene next in there, the next time I fly it today, if the wind will let me, and we'll do a speed run. And what I was talking about on them little nipples, now this you're going to have to focus in on. This actually, itty bitty, you can see that? Yeah. Itty bitty nipple there, and they're already starting to wear off. These are a little more pronounced, but the bottom ones used to look the same as the top ones. And that is all that's holding that whole tray in, okay? So that's why that mod of something to block that battery is a must. This is something that, and this is their version 2. You'd think they would have addressed this issue, because there's dozens, I couldn't tell you how many dozens of videos online you can find of someone flying their PITTS and suddenly having a dramatic CG. Now with no battery in there, boy, she clicks in nice and tight. You put a battery in there, no. It wears out. So that mod is a must, an absolute must. Now if you fly it with just once in a great while, you'll probably be okay. But if you fly a plane a lot, and this plane will make you want to fly a lot because it's so much fun and looks so good, you need to do that mod. Something glued to the bottom of the tray to hold up against the butt of that battery. If you just put it at the very end of that tray, or the very end of the battery hatch, if you put it right there, right where I've got that piece of wood, right there at the very end, something that hangs down about 2 inches, no matter what it is, foam, foam block, piece of wood, whatever. You do that, then you've got that peace of mind. All right, we're going to do the speed run now with the PITTS. Change the batteries and start reading. Let me make sure I'm reading.
Motor on.
Okay, I'm reading. All right, we're going to do 2 types of performance runs. We're going to get her up high in a hard dive just to see how physically fast I can get this plane moving. We'll see what that is, and then we'll take off again and do a straight and level full speed and see what the actual performance speed is. All right, right, left, up, down, right, left. Same, another graphene 5000. All right, we're not going to fly the full flight. We're just going to do the 2 speed runs, and we're going to make this all part of the same video. Right, left, right, left. All right. Wind is still horrendous. All right, not exactly a scale takeoff, but that's okay. Let me get over here. All right. We're just flying around for just a second. All right, I'm going to take it up high. Flip it. All right, that should give me my diving speed test. Let me do it again. Take it up high, flip it, full speed. All right. Well, let me get her landed and we'll check that speed. Woo, is it windy?
Time remaining 4 minutes.
Gotta go over here. Whew, is it windy. All right. Yeah, I'm not worried about making sure I'm landing perfectly on the runway or anything. With the way the wind is and across the runway, I'm just worried about getting her down in one piece. And down successfully. If that means across the runway or corner of the grass or whatever, then so be it. All right, I'll have better traction.
Motor off.
All right. Need to change that call out to prop secured. And let's see what kind of speed we had there. Stop, read. All right, not bad. 93 mile an hour in a hard dive. 93 in a hard dive. Okay, so let's see what we got.
Motor on.
In a straight and level scenario. Plane is not happy with me today. Saying, why are you taking me out in this wind? What on earth are you trying to do? Yeah, I'll make my planes talk to me. Boy, I really wasn't ready to take off, but she bounced right up. All right, we're gonna go out here. This will be kind of with the wind. All right, we're now full speed.
Time remaining 3 minutes.
All right, do one more time, one more pass just like that. I'm telling you, that wind is not nice today. All right. All right, there's straight and level right there. Well, pretty level. A good looking plane. All right. Got her down in one piece. That's the important thing.
Motor off.
Now, when the plane with this GNS performance analyzer, which is what I'm using, when the plane or whatever it is you're testing the mileage on is far away, it uses the GPS. When it's within a few feet, it reads by way of Bluetooth. That's why you want to read right up close to the plane. All right, straight and level performance is 76 mile an hour. All right, so in the 90s, hard dive. In the mid 70s, full performance. So not bad at all. Now, let's just burn this battery. Let's the fun way to discharge a battery.
Motor on.
I mean, you can take it home, put it on your charger and discharge it, you know, nice and boring. Or you can discharge your battery the fun way, by way of flight. All right, here we go. Scale takeoff. Take it up. All right. Just going crazy with it. Stall turn. Literally, it's a point and shoot plane. You tell it what to do, and it does it.
Time remaining 1 minute.
Inverted flight, no problem. Short inverted flight. All right, and she's got some weight to her. I mean, she's not like a super light plane. And I learned bitterly, when a plane's coming in for land, don't try to horse it around and make it land shorter than you want or in the right spot. Sometimes you kind of let it go where it wants to go, and 9 times out of 10, you're going to end up with a lot less damage than you trying to control more of that landing. You know, like I'm trying to keep her on the runway, so I changed the direction at the last moment. You know, and well, what happens then is you have a bad stall or something and you crash. All right, and I'm with the wind right now because the wind has kind of shifted more out of the east. So I definitely don't want to try to take off now. Let me get turned around here. Luckily, the wind's more out of the east now, which is right down the runway. Pretty much down the runway. All right, let's get turned around here, get on the center line. And let's see if we can actually take off scale. Nice scale takeoff. That's what we're looking for here now. Let the tail come up. Stay on your rudder. Stay on your rudder. A little bit of back pressure on that elevator, and up you go. Look at that wind waggle. Well, nice knife edge here.
Timer expired.
Yeah, I know. Time's expired. That don't mean nothing. Not with this battery. Oh, pilot did good that time, didn't he? He landed, even though he was asleep, he did pretty good. Woo, that wind! My goodness. I know, I need to stop whining about the wind, don't I? Let's get one more takeoff and landing again. Oh, camera pressures have dropped her sun shield, her hat. She's got the big old flowery hat that kind of blocks the sun for her. All right, you ready? Here we go. Try to do a scale takeoff again. Staying on that rudder. Hit that bump and up it went. Peel away knife edge here.
1 minute.
You know I had to. You know I had to. I haven't had a chance to fly this plane forever. Didn't like it. If you don't like it, go around. Of course, you can only go around so many times. Gonna be in the grass, but that's okay. There we go. Now that's the way you want to land it. Definitely in the grass. All right, let's see if we can't.
Minus 2 minutes.
Let's see if we can't land her now on the runway this time. I know, one more time, again. What?
I think after this you need to check your battery.
Okay, that's fine. Camera battery or plane battery? Plane battery? No, we're gonna land. We're gonna end the flight now. I just want to get a good one on the runway if I can. I'll take it. Not the best. Not the best. But no, I won't take it. This is where I'm letting pride dictate my actions, which is never a good thing, but
Minus 3 minutes.
it's like a marathon. Gonna be a grass, but that's okay. Nope, on the runway. But okay, we'll take it. We're gonna keep it. Uh-oh, I think my,
Motor off.
my tail wheel is broken. Think my tail wheel jackknifed. Well, we can fix that too. Oh, dang it. And I hit that and just broke my elevator. I hit it with my hand and I broke that elevator. And that pin has slipped out of the rudder thing. So that actually be an easy fix, but now I probably have stripped. Wow, I'm like a bull in a china shop sometimes. Well, that's great. At the very end, I mess everything up. Props off. Come back here. I hit that elevator, and now you can listen to it. I hit that pretty hard, and I stripped out the gear. That's my own fault there. That's not the plane's fault. And that tiller part of the arm of the rudder just slipped, and everything was going so well. Oh well. I can fix that. I can fix that. That's not a problem. All right, we were 3 minutes and 13 seconds over, so we flew for 8 minutes and 13 seconds total. Did our speed run, damaged the rear of the plane. We've had a good day. And I did that. That's not the plane's fault. All right. 57%, I'm happy with that. I've got that GNS performance analyzer wedged in that foam perforation there. Right there, just wedged in that spot there. That's all that is. Let me just show that to you. I showed you the graphene battery earlier. Same graphene battery, just a different one. It's just a new one. But that's the GNS performance analyzer. You control it with an app on your phone, which obviously is free. You get this at Motion RC, about, I don't want to say about 78 bucks or so. I'll put a link in there. And now I have tested this for accuracy. What I'll do is I'll put it in the, I've done this a couple of times, put it in the dashboard of my truck, run the app on my cell phone, and run down the highway, maintain 65 mile an hour, maintain 45 mile an hour, and it's within, I mean, it'll be like, at 45 mile an hour, it'll be, you know, 44.8 or 45.2. At 65, it'll be right at 65 or 64.9 or something. So it's very, very accurate. And I've done that a couple of times just to prove the accuracy. Well, folks, that is the PITTS 1400 millimeter. Don't hit your elevator real hard with your hand, otherwise you break it like I just did. And be careful on your tail landings. You can knock that tiller arm out of its housing and lose control of the tail. That's why it was spinning. So, all right, well, y'all have a good and God bless y'all. And that completes this very long video of performance, aerobatics, and speed run of the FMS PITTS version 2. God bless y'all. Don't forget, faith, family, and friends. God is good. And then aerobatic PITTS. Bye-bye.